Up here in the mountains, the world moves at a different pace. It's a rhythm set by the sun rising over the peaks and the wind whispering through the pines. Forget the constant hum of city life. Our soundtrack is the crackle of a fire. Today is June 16th, 2025, and the morning air still has a crisp bite to it, a reminder that nature is always in charge. The very heart of my cabin and of this whole way of life is the old cast iron wood stove. It's more than just an appliance for cooking, it's our source of heat, our kettle warmer, and the gathering spot for my family on a cold evening. It's a simple, powerful machine, and learning to work with it is the first lesson in mountain survival and comfort. Cooking with wood is not about convenience, it's about connection. You are connected to the forest that provides the fuel, connected to the fire you build with your own hands, and deeply connected to the food you prepare. The flavors you get from a wood fire are impossible to replicate with gas or electricity. There's a smoky essence, a subtle char, a depth that seeps into everything from a simple stew to a freshly baked loaf of bread. It tastes honest, it tastes of the wild. This connection to the source of our energy and our food grounds you in a way that modern city living simply cannot. It teaches you patience and respect for the resources you have. The stove is a living thing. You don't just turn a knob to a specific temperature, you learn to read the fire. You understand how different woods burn, some hot and fast, others slow and steady. You learn to control the airflow using the vents, coaxing the flames to give you the perfect heat for searing a steak or gently simmering a sauce for hours. It's a skill, a dance between man and flame. You feel the heat on your face, you smell the wood smoke, and you listen to the pops and hisses. It's a full sensory experience, a raw and fundamental part of daily existence that makes every meal feel earned and special. In the mountains, we rely on what the land gives us. For cooking, that means a variety of wood products. We don't just burn any log we find. For a quick hot fire to boil water, we might use smaller branches or split kindling from pine or fir. For a long, slow cook, we need hardwoods like oak or maple. These burn for hours, creating a bed of hot coals that provides consistent, even heat. We even use different types of wood chips like apple or hickory, which we soak and add to the firebox to infuse our food with incredible smoky flavors. Every piece of wood has a purpose, a role to play in the creation of our meals. The journey of a wood-fired meal begins long before you strike a match. It starts out in the forest with an axe in hand and a good saw. Gathering wood is a constant, essential chore, a cycle that defines the seasons. In the late summer and fall, we work hard to build up our woodpile for the long winter ahead. We look for deadfall trees that have been brought down by wind or age. This is sustainable living. We are not cutting down the living forest, but clearing the floor, using what nature has already provided. It's hard physical work, but it's honest work that keeps you strong and connected to the landscape around you. Once a suitable tree is found, the real labor begins. The rhythmic thud of the axe and the buzz of the chainsaw are common sounds up here. We cut the logs into manageable lengths, a process called bucking. Then we haul them back to the cabin, sometimes using a sled in the snow or a sturdy wheelbarrow. The work warms you twice, once when you're cutting and hauling it, and again when you're burning it in the stove. Each log represents security and comfort, a tangible piece of warmth for the cold months. It's a satisfying feeling to look at a large, neatly stacked woodpile, knowing you've provided for your family. But the preparation doesn't end there. The logs must be split. Splitting wood is an art form. You learn to read the grain, to find the weaknesses, and to strike with precision. A clean split is deeply gratifying. The split logs are then stacked in a way that allows air to circulate, helping them to dry or season. Green, wet wood smokes too much and doesn't burn efficiently, so seasoning is crucial. It can take 6 months to a year for wood to be properly seasoned. This process teaches you to think ahead, to plan for the future, a skill that is vital for survival in any environment. We use every part of the wood. The large split logs are for the main fire. The smaller pieces and bark are used as kindling to get the fire started. Even the sawdust can be mixed with wax to create effective fire starters. Nothing is wasted. This mindset is fundamental to mountain living. You learn to be resourceful, to see the value in everything the land offers. This contrasts sharply with the disposable culture of the city. Here, every resource is precious, and the effort it takes to gather and prepare it makes you appreciate it all the more. It's a cycle of effort and reward played out every single day. There's a special kind of magic that happens when you cook over a real wood fire. It's a tradition as old as humanity itself. When I slide a heavy cast iron skillet onto the hot surface of the stove, the sizzle is more than just a sound. It's an announcement that something good is about to happen. The heat is intense and direct. It creates a perfect sear on a piece of venison or a freshly caught trout, locking in the juices and creating a crust that's packed with flavor. You have to be attentive, moving the pan around to find the hot spots, listening to the food cook. It's an active, engaging process. One of my favorite things to make is a slow-cooked stew. In the morning, I can fill a large Dutch oven with meat, root vegetables from the garden, and wild herbs. I'll place it on a cooler part of the stove and let it simmer all day long. The gentle, consistent heat from the wood fire breaks down the tough cuts of meat until they are incredibly tender. The flavors all meld together, deepened by that subtle smokiness from the stove. When you come in from a long day of working outside in the cold, the smell that greets you is the ultimate welcome home. It's a meal that warms you from the inside out. Baking bread in a wood stove is another challenge and a great reward. It requires a deep understanding of your fire. You need a hot, consistent temperature, which means you have to feed the fire just right. We place the dough inside a cast iron pot with a lid, which traps the steam and creates a beautiful, crispy crust. The bread that comes out has a flavor and texture you just can't buy in a store. It's dense, chewy, and slightly smoky. Sharing a loaf of freshly baked wood-fired bread with your family is a simple pleasure that feels like a great achievement. It's a testament to skill, patience, and the power of fire. These cooking methods are part of the culture here. Neighbors share tips on how to manage their stoves, what wood burns best, and recipes that have been passed down through generations. There's a sense of community built around this shared experience. We might gather for a potluck where everything has been cooked on wood, sharing stories and celebrating the bounty of the land. This isn't just about survival, it's about a quality of life. It's about creating moments of warmth and connection using the most basic and powerful element, fire. It's a tradition that keeps us grounded in the real world. Living in the mountains is a world away from the city. In the city, life is about speed and convenience. You flip a switch for light, turn a dial for heat, and order food with a tap on a screen. Everything is instant, but it's also disconnected. You don't know where your power comes from or how your food was made. Here, life is deliberate. Every comfort is earned. That connection to the essentials, warmth, water, food, changes your perspective. You become more self-reliant, more aware of your environment, and more appreciative of the simple things. The silence here isn't empty, it's filled with the sounds of nature. The challenges are real, of course. The weather is the biggest one. A sudden snowstorm can cut you off for days. The power can go out, but that's when the wood stove truly proves its worth. While a city dweller might be left in the cold and dark, we are still warm, still able to cook a hot meal, and still able to boil water. We have our woodpile, our stored food, and our knowledge. This is the ultimate security. We learn to prepare for the worst, to be resilient. We keep extra supplies, we know how to find water, and we respect the power of a storm. Locals have all sorts of tricks to deal with the challenges. We know how to bank the fire in the stove at night, so a bed of hot coals is waiting for us in the morning. This saves time and effort when you wake up to a freezing cabin. We collect rainwater and know how to purify it. We understand the seasons for hunting, fishing, and foraging, ensuring we have a diverse and sustainable food source. These aren't just hobbies, they are essential life skills. This practical knowledge is the true currency in the mountains, passed down and refined over generations. It's a different kind of wealth. Ultimately, this lifestyle is incredibly rewarding. It's a choice to live a life that is more demanding but also more meaningful. The physical work keeps you healthy, the challenges keep you sharp, and the connection to nature feeds your soul. Cooking a meal with wood you gathered and split yourself provides a satisfaction that money can't buy. It's a feeling of pure accomplishment. You are not just a consumer, you are a participant in the cycle of life. This is the special quality of mountain living. It's a raw, honest, and deeply fulfilling existence. It's tough, but it's real.